Hello, so we're finally back. I was in vacation for a while, but now it's time to finally lock in on Anime Vanguards. So let's talk about Anime Vanguards, confirmed new units, and also the next update, what it's going to officially be. There's a lot of stuff to talk about, so let's get this video started. But yo, by the way, if you guys are not yet subscribed, at 35,000 subscribers, we are going to be doing a Game Pass giveaway on our Discord for Anime Vanguards, which means you guys are going to have the chance to win some of these Game Passes right here. But if you also play games like AnimeDefenders, we're also going to be doing an AnimeDefenders giveaway. So if you want to be part of these giveaways, all you have to do is like, subscribe, share the video with your friends, and also hop on our Discord, which is where the giveaways are going to take place. Now, it is now officially confirmed that the next update is going to be JJK, Jujutsu Kaisen. So in previous updates, previous videos that I've made on the update, I did mention that there was a high chance that JJK was going to be the next update. There's a high chance that Jujutsu Kaisen was going to be in update 1 because, again, it is one of the most famous anime right now. And also, Jujutsu Kaisen did recently just end. So I guess it does kind of make sense to put Jujutsu Kaisen in update 1 because since Jujutsu Kaisen has officially ended, the manga is now done and its popularity will start decreasing until the anime releases season 3. And I think now is the perfect time for them to release a Jujutsu Kaisen update, which is when the popularity of Jujutsu Kaisen is at its peak because it did just end, I think about a month ago. Yeah, I think about a month or a few weeks ago. So for our first sneak, they are listening to us, which is actually kind of crazy. So right here, this was sent 10:13, which was I think 2 days ago. So it's confirmed that we are going to be getting a Gojo update. So congratulations to all the Jujutsu Kaisen fans out there because we are going to eat good with Anime Vanguards update 1. However, they did mention in October 13 update is no today. A trailer is usually a few days before an update, so it wouldn't be today since there's no trailer yet. And then the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because it's officially going to be a while, or it's officially going to be the event has already ended, right? So since the event has already ended, and by the way, I didn't even do this once because it was kind of boring and I already had Igris, but the event has already ended, which means there's no more time to get this. So it's already been, I think, close to 4 weeks since the last time that Anime Vanguards has officially updated. So the update released around September 24. So that's when I remembered it released. So the game released in September 9, which was more than a month ago, and then the update 1 released, I believe, September 23, which is right here, September 23 for me in the Philippines. So that's when the update released. So I think it's officially more than 3 weeks since the last update. Yeah, so it's been more than 3 weeks since the last Anime Vanguards update. I think it's moving to 4 weeks now. So I think they're going to be releasing the next update next month, which is going to be the 4th week since the last update. Now, I wanted to talk about some stuff mentioned here because I don't think that this is going to be their planned update schedule. So according to what they said, so right here, they mentioned status update for the next updates. I already covered this. So I think the reason why this is important is because they have only expanded their development team by 2 times, hiring more developers since October 10. So this, I think, is only a few days ago. This was 5 days ago only, which means that they only recently hired or recently expanded their development team in order to be able to release more updates. So AnimeDefenders, for example, has a lot of developers, which is why they can release updates more often. Anime Last Stand, I believe, also has more developers, which is why they can also release updates more frequently. And I think now that they have hired more developers, they probably realize that they can't do the updates themselves consistently. So they finally decided to hire developers that will help them. So what I see moving forward is going to be happening is updates are going to be taking less time to release. So for this update, I believe 4 weeks, which is going to be next week. The update's most likely going to be releasing next week. I think that's how it's going to work. But then, after that, following updates after that, I believe will be bi-weekly, which means every 2 weeks or maybe every 3 weeks at most. I don't think they're going to be doing every month updates because if you go check Anime Vanguards, and this is actually kind of crazy, they only have 52,000 players left. So from 300,000 average players to 52,000 players, they have around the same player count as AnimeDefenders now. Now, AnimeDefenders is filled with alts, but it's still kind of crazy that they went from basically 300k to 50,000 players in the span of less than a month. Basically, I think in around 2 weeks they lost most of their player count because they didn't release an update. So they definitely don't want to take too long to release these updates, otherwise they're going to be losing players, especially if games like AnimeDefenders release updates very consistently. AnimeDefenders, even though, for example, the only reason they got delayed is because of the Florida hurricane situation. So if we go take a look at the sub announcements right here by Forbad, good news, thanks to the hard-working electricians, we have our power and internet back. Development should be on track at full speed, which means the only reason that they got delayed to this long is because they got hit by back-to-back hurricanes. So half of their development team was in Florida, and their development team in Florida, 50% of their team is in there. And we know what happened to them. They got hit by back-to-back hurricanes, which is obviously pretty bad. And eventually, usually AnimeDefenders will be releasing more updates more consistently than Anime Vanguards. And as you know, the numbers say, Anime Vanguards loses a lot of players if they don't update. All tower defense games lose a lot of players if they do not update. So I think moving forward, if they do not update more often, they're going to be overshadowed by games like AnimeDefenders, because AnimeDefenders is probably going to be updating every other week. And then Anime Last Stand also updates every other week. And if Anime Vanguards is going to take like a month to update a single time, then those other games might overshadow Anime Vanguards in terms of numbers. Because now, I'm not trying to compare at all, but if you go take a look at AnimeDefenders, now again, this is probably filled with a lot of alt accounts. Like, it's maybe 50%, 30% alt accounts. And if you go take a look at their numbers, it's 45,000. And the difference between AnimeDefenders and Anime Vanguards is not that high anymore. Same with Anime Last Stand. And it's because these two games haven't updated. So, I think what's gonna happen is both of these games are eventually going to be updating more consistently, because they know that if they don't update consistently, they will lose players. Like, no matter how quality your update is. For example, update 0.5, it was a pretty good update. No matter how quality that update is, if you do not release another update within 2 weeks, you are going to lose a lot of player base, or a lot of your player base, because all these other tower defense games are going to be updating every other week in order to keep their fans satisfied. So if Anime Vanguards doesn't play on that level, or on that beat, or on that update schedule, eventually those other tower defense games like AnimeDefenders are going to take the #1 spot again. Even though AnimeDefenders is mostly alts, the consistent update schedule will provide people with stuff to do compared to Anime Vanguard. So hopefully, Anime Vanguards lock in with their update schedule, because if they don't, this will be a very big hindrance to their future numbers and also to the well-being of the game. So I think that's something that they learned the hard way, because they lost so much of their player base within only a single month of releasing their game. So they lost basically 250,000 worth of players within just a single month of their game releasing. So for context, AnimeDefenders during its first month was consistently peaking or averaging 200,000, 100,000 above. Although a lot of them were alts, they were still peaking a lot of players, because again, the updates were very consistent. So hopefully, Anime Vanguards learns from this and starts releasing updates more consistently. Otherwise, their numbers will continue to drop, something along the lines of what we are seeing today. So that's gonna be it for today's video. If you agree with what I said in today's video, don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below what you think. Thanks for watching. Peace out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks.